Hello folks, welcome to another video. This will be a Modders Monday episode featuring a mod to the aircraft on your screen. This is the Icon A5 stock aircraft in the sim. It's received the modding treatment actually by a couple of different mod authors. The one I'm featuring today is the more recent mod. There is something over on the TO called the performance mod. This one, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but we're gonna see that in a minute. It's more recent, and it's done by a guy that has done some good work over there in the X-Plane world previously, and then has recently directed his attention towards the Microsoft sim, and we are all the better for that. So thank you, sir. Folks, we're in a place called Bankstown, as I get some serious stuttering. A place called Bankstown, which is west of Sydney, or in the western suburbs of Sydney anyway. The main GA airport for this part of the world. And we're going to go for a little flight, a fairly short flight I think. We're going to head towards the harbour. This is an amphibious aircraft, so we're going to take off from the hard surface and then land on the water somewhere in Sydney Harbour. That's the plan. And en route we'll have a look at what this mod actually does. What you'll be seeing in terms of scenery is the Orbex Sydney cityscape thing, whatever it's called. So it is quite an enhancement to the default Sydney, although the whole of this country has received some enhancement as a result of World Update 7. So just to keep that in mind, there will be a link to that in the description if you're interested. I think it's a fantastic offering. Before World Update 7 it was great. I'm sure it still is great. That's the plan, folks. Looking at a mod to the Icon even A5. Let's go flying. Alright, on board. So this mod doesn't do anything in terms of the visuals. It is as it appears in the stock sim. We'll take flaps 15. Yeah, so we've got a left turn after departure this morning. Let's do this thing, introduce some juice. Release said parking brake. Full juice, away we go. So this is a mod that concentrates on the flight modelling rather than sort of systems or the avionics or anything like that. Got a bit of a breeze here this morning. Up through 60 now. We'll rotate about there. We're pretty light. Make a nice early left-hand turn. Try and fly this thing in balance a little bit, mate. Runway 11 left here in Bankstown. So we'll head out towards the harbour, which is in this direction. Sort of Sydney International is straight ahead. Gear and flaps can come up. We're getting some pretty serious performance degradation here, running with photogrammetry, which I think provides a better visual, but it's a bit, yeah, in terms of performance. So that's the city of Sydney there, folks, CBD. And we'll sort of head out towards the harbour and have a look at how this thing feels, and we'll visit the webpage of the mod and go through what it does. So as I make my way out towards the wet stuff, I'll fire up the browser and let's look at what this mod actually does. So here we are over on the .to, the flightsim.to. So the mod is called the Asobo Icon A5 Realism mod. There will be a link to it in the description, making it very easy to get to. So yeah, this is the guy that has done some work over there in X-Plane, as I said, Mr. Gouge. So what does he say about it? It comes with a README file that kind of replicates all of this anyway and talks about what he's changed. There's a modification to the default Asobo Icon A5, and it is focused on the flight model and overall performance, making it more closely match the actual aircraft. And he's done some stuff around weight and balance and all sorts of gear to make that happen. There is another mod. Why don't I just show you that briefly? I'm not going to go into it in any detail, but just to show you that you have choices. This is what I'm talking about, the Icon A5 2021 Performance Edition with upgraded avionics and autopilot. I've never installed it, unlike 27,840 others. I don't know what it exactly does, and I'm not going to look at it. I'm focused today here on this one, which is the A5 Realism mod. So let's have a quick look at changelog. So this is currently version 1.5, which is current as of January 8, 2022. And what I like about our modding community in general is that these are not just one-off mods for the most part. Guys that take on the modding challenge, they really do invest their time in making it as good as possible, and it takes some iterations, and this guy's up to version 1.5. He talks about all the different changes. I think he's made some changes and then sort of tweaked them back over time. You know, it's a bit of an art, this modding caper, isn't it? But you can see there, just a really quick glance with all the number of bullet points, there's a whole bunch of stuff that this guy has done. I'm not going to go through them all, folks. I just really want to, on Modders Monday episodes, bring attention, say thanks to our modding community. That's kind of the purpose, and enjoy the work. So there will be a link to it, as I said, in the description. Check it out. This is a great fun aircraft. It's one of those aircrafts where you just sort of get in and go sort of thing. That's what I like about it. I don't fly it a lot, but it's good fun. So I'll see you closer to the harbour. Alright, City of Sydney, folks. Anjap Bridge in the foreground. We might fly under that. You got to, hey, when you're in Sydney. Yeah, performance isn't great this morning here in the sim. She's stuttery, frames are low. It's trying to do a whole lot of stuff. But it's not a video focused on performance. I'm kind of accepting the hit, folks, just to get a bit of visual splendor, and splendor it is. Absolutely gorgeous, so well represented. Never looked better in any sim. Now, what I say, I plan to fly under that bridge. I'll fly under the harbour bridge instead. We'll fly between the pylons here at this one. That's what we'll do. Yeah, she's a stuttery mess, folks, I'm afraid. That's so well presented, though, hey? Or represented, even, is the word I was looking for. And look, the aircraft is really nice to fly. It feels really smooth. It feels about right, which is always a very subjective comment to make. As we take a shot, have a look at that. Imagine being able to do that in real life. Good luck. You need to get some serious clearance, or probably be flying for the military or for the emergency services, perhaps. Look at that. It's fantastic. So well represented. We'll fly under the bridge. That'll be the plan. North Sydney in front of us. Milson's Point. Luna Park over here. Oh, so good. Brings back so many memories. Spent quite a few years calling Sydney home, and it still draws me back like a siren's call, this city. There's always been something about it for me. Got a few yachts here. We've got a major sort of tanker ahead. We'll fly up towards the quay. We look like we've got a submerged ferry here. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, hello. We're on the water. What happened there? Hang on a second. Give it a little bit of juice. We went under the bridge and ended up in the drink. There's the opera house as we pass by it. Oh, fantastic, eh? Really nice. I don't know what happened there. You can't fly under the harbour bridge. Should I have known that? Probably. We'll land in Circular Quay where the ferries pull into, folks, because we can. Making the turn. I'm going to shave the top of these trees. Yeah, performance is really poor. You can see how stuttery that is. But look, this is a video looking at the mod. We'll pull in between some of these ferries, eh? And we'll go light on the juice, cruise ship in port. One of the most beautiful places in which to pull up a boat in the world. We'll take some flat. Might need a little bit more juice here, and we'll put her in between these ferries. How about that? Only in a sim, folks, is this possible. Come off the juice. Oh, the frames are in the single digits. We'll pull up here on the water. There we go. We'll probably bounce a few times as well. There we go. So we'll try and pull up into one of these berths. She's pretty busy here this morning, and we got no brakes. So the ferries pop in, but they're so well presented. I mean, that's so cool to see. So realistic, huh? Until you get to the dock and you see this mess. That's photogrammetry at its worst. Have a look at this over here. Oh boy. Oh well. Hey, look, it wasn't a bad experience overall. If you can just ignore all that, folks. It's not a scenery review. Anyway, folks, that's the Icon A5 realism mod. That's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one over here, which is the external view. As we pull up alongside a ferry, we just drift. There's a cruise ship behind. The Queen Mary 2 of all sorts. Okay, of course it is. Good thing we've got the crash detection turned off here, folks. Anyway, the Icon A5 realism mod, folks. Worth getting if you like flying this aeroplane, I think. And thanks to the modder for making it available. What a park. Anyway, thanks for your company, folks. And bye for now.